Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I will be starting my baby vlogs. So this is the first video on this channel. I do have a makeup channel that I will link down below. In case you don't know me, my name is Angie. I do go by Makeup Angel 23 on Instagram and YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter. That is my main focus, my makeup channel. But I am trying something new since we are having something new coming in our family. Me and my husband are expecting our first baby, and I kind of want to document it because I feel like I'm gonna be so happy I did it, and when the baby's born I will have all those memories, even to be able to show him or her when they get older, be like, you know, mommy recorded everything and they talked about you. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's so cool seeing other vlogging channels, like baby vlog channels, mommies like vlogging their pregnancy and the baby's born, and it's so cute seeing the babies grow up and everything. So I've been obsessed with baby channels. I will link some of the ones I've been obsessed with lately, but in case you're new, don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in these kind of videos. I am going to be changing my background since I do makeup videos. This is my background all the time, color backgrounds. So I will be changing it for these type of videos. Just today I will have it because I haven't figured it out since I just decided to film right now. So for my baby videos, I'm hoping to do it maybe in my room, something more chilled and relaxed than a background, you know? So I wrote down some stuff that I think, I guess, to introduce myself to you guys in case you don't follow me already, in case you are new to like me. I'm Angie. So about 9 weeks ago, me and my husband found out we were pregnant, or I'm pregnant, but I say we. So it is our first baby. We have been married for about to be 2 years in July. So in July, for our 2nd year anniversary, I will be having a big baby bump, which is so awesome. We're super excited, and we're just waiting for November to get here already. So my due date is November 13th. I kind of feel like the baby's gonna be born a week before, but you know, it's whenever the baby wants to come. So I'm gonna start by letting y'all know. So I found out I was pregnant February 27th, 2017. So I had heard, me and my husband have been married for, if this video is long, I'm sorry guys, so sorry, but I gotta tell you everything. So to start out, my husband and I have been married for like 1.5 years right now, and we have been trying on and off to have a baby. It wasn't like we wanted, like, it wasn't like we have to have a baby, but it was like, if it happens, it happens, and it's awesome, like, we're ready. But it wasn't like, you know, when you're trying and you're like trying. So we were in kind of like that, and then we moved to our own place because we were living with my parents for a while, just because he works a lot and I like to be with my parents, but he got a local job, so we moved to our own place, and I decided, you know, we have our own place, I feel like we're ready, like, you know, we're good, we should start trying to have a baby. And it took us about 4 months to get pregnant, from my calculations, from the moment we moved to the day I found out. What I had heard or have seen from people was that to get pregnant, like, I'm not the skinniest person ever, I'm not the biggest person ever, but I'm probably not in a healthy weight, okay? In case you see my face, I'm chunky, you know? So I had heard that if you work out, or go to, like, if you work out, it's easier for you to get pregnant. I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's like a scientific reason or a doctor reason why or something, but I have seen people that have started working out and then right away they get pregnant. So I was like, you know what, maybe this will help. it will speed up the process, because I felt like, oh my god, you know, every month you're waiting for that little stick to turn positive, and it wasn't. So even though it felt like I waited forever, but it was only 4 months, which now looking back to it is like, it wasn't that long. So I kind of feel like, okay, like you were just psyching yourself out. So in January, me and my best friend started going to the gym, and we were going every day, sometimes twice a day. We really wanted to get into our little summer bodies. Didn't work for me, right? But we wanted to work out, and we were planning on getting a trainer, and the trainer asked, why are you guys here? My answer to that question was, I want to get pregnant, because I had heard that losing weight helps. So they laughed at me, but I had heard about it, so I was like, you know what? That's why I'm here. That's the only reason why I'm here, because I want a baby. Like, I want to get pregnant, and you know. So I was at the gym from like the beginning of January to the end, towards the end of February. And February 27th was when I found out I was pregnant. So it didn't take that long from after I started going to the gym to get pregnant. It was like a month after. My last TMI, my last period was in January 27th, right? Yeah. So February 27th was when I found out I was pregnant. I had not missed my period yet. But I was feeling kind of weird. So this is the thing. Every month I would feel weird, and I'd be like, oh my god, maybe I'm pregnant. I wasn't, never, right? So, but this time around, it was just weird. And any moms out there, you know what I mean by, like, you just know, like, you just know you're pregnant. But at the same time, I didn't want to believe it, because I didn't want to get excited. So I'm Mexican, okay, Hispanic over here, and in case you know what it is, pozole. So I was craving pozole. My mom makes the best pozole ever, but she don't live here. So I decided to make my own, and that was like a craving I had. That was days before I found out I was pregnant. I was craving it, like I really wanted pozole. It was like really bad. It was so bad that I made it myself. And pozole, if you know what pozole is, it's a big meal, like it's like menudo. So I mean, I made a big bowl of pozole. So it was kind of weird. And then I did have some spotting, which to me, I didn't see it weird, because I thought maybe it was a UTI or something, because I did Google stuff. I don't go to the doctor a lot. So when you Google stuff like that, sometimes it's a UTI, you know. So I was like, you know what? No, dude, no big deal. When I was eating my pozole, I got kind of like nauseous, and it made me feel like, oh, like, I was like, what? I was craving this, and then it's making me nauseous. It's super weird. So days went by. I think that was way before, or I think it was the same week of when I found out I was pregnant. That was like the week of when I found out I was pregnant, and I was just kind of feeling funky. Like like something's wrong. Like I was going to the gym, and I was feeling really weird at the gym. I felt like I was stretching, and it kind of like, I had a really bad cramps, but I was like, you know, my period's coming. Like I had a couple more days to my period. I was like, oh, I know. I was so emotional. Like I was like, but it was like a weird, right? So every time I thought I was pregnant before, I would just go to Dollar Tree and buy a Dollar Tree pregnancy test, because I was like, you know, if that says yes, I can just go buy a real one. Okay, they would always say no, so I was like, okay, I'm not pregnant. Well, the day before I got my period, which was February 27th, I was gonna get my period the 28th, supposedly, my app. The 27th, I took a test, my Dollar Tree test, and by the way, they work. By the way, they do work. So I took a pregnancy test, and I took it. My husband was working, so he wasn't here. So he didn't know I was taking one, because I didn't want to get him excited, or even like if I was, I didn't want to tell him until he came home. So I was kind of like, you know, so I took it, and I felt like I did it wrong. If you know the Dollar Tree test, you know why I'm saying this, but it has a dropper, and instead of putting it in a cup, I just peed on the dropper, which is super bad because you can barely get anything. But I got little dots of pee, and I used it on the pregnancy test, and as soon as I dropped the little dots, I was like, man, I messed it up. And I only bought one, so I was like, oh, man, like, it's not gonna work. And it wasn't in the morning either, like, it was in the afternoon. And they say you should pee on a stick, take a test when it's in the morning. So I drop, you know, the drops inside of the test, and in not even like 10 seconds, the 2 lines go up. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up, like, for real? Like, for real? Like, I felt like I was getting pranked. I started shaking, and like, it's not like a bad shaking, but it was like an exciting, like, I was excited, and I didn't believe it. So, I started shaking. I took a picture of the test. I sent it to my best friends because I didn't want to tell my husband yet. I sent it to my best friends. They weren't replying to me. They were not seeing my messages, and I was like, oh my god. One of my best friends was actually on her way to my house, and I called her. I was like, did you get my message? She's like, yes, but I'm driving. Oh my god, is it for real? And I was like, I don't know. We need to go to the store. So as soon as she got to my house, we got in the car, and I went to HEB, and I got like a good pregnancy test, a $10 one. And it was one that had like the 2 little sticks on there. I went ahead and I got, I think they were first response, so I have them here. So these are the tests. This one is blank because this one is like a digital one and it has a battery. But this one was like the, what is it called? Like, this one said positive, and this one would confirm it for you. So you would just do the same thing, but this one would be digital, and it would just say yes or no. And yeah, this one says positive. I hope you can see that. It's, you know, a yellow because it's old. And I actually took 5 tests in total. Here are my Dollar Tree ones because I went to buy more of the Dollar Tree ones since they were cheap. And I didn't want my husband to know what I was spending money on, so Dollar Tree I won't get in trouble for. I didn't want to go and buy another $10 test because I didn't want to get in trouble because I didn't want him to know what I was buying. So yeah, so those are the tests I bought. First response, it was really good, and I did buy them because I wasn't late yet. So I felt like I wasn't gonna get like an actual response from a test because I felt like, you know, they say when you're early, you might not get it. But it did. It says you can get it up to 5 days early. I was only 1 day before my period. So yes, and that was super exciting. I was shaking. And my friend was downstairs, and I went downstairs and I was like, girl, I'm pregnant. And we were freaking out. And yeah, it was exciting. So the next day my husband was coming home, and I had this whole thing planned. I will put a picture here, hopefully it will come out, of the little box that I did for him. So I didn't want to spend any money because I didn't want him to know what I was doing, because I know it would come out in the bank and he would be like, what are you spending money on? But I still wanted to do something. So I did have some onesies from his previous job that we had saved, and I had those. So I put those onesies in a little gift box. And I bought 2 little pacifiers, a pink and a blue, because I don't know what it is. So I put a pink and a blue and the 5 tests inside of the box. Then I put that box inside of his Jordan shoe box. And I had some balloons left over from Valentine's Day. So I put the balloons behind the box and in the box in front. And I put it right in front of the door. So for the next day when I went to go pick them up, they would be, as soon as he came into the door, right? As soon as he came in, he should have seen them with big balloons there. But of course, he didn't. So, so the next day, I pick him up, and I was like ready to take him home. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna tell him. I was saving it all night from telling him. Like, it was so crazy. And then he's like, I gotta get a haircut. And I was like, you don't need no haircut. Why do you need a haircut? Like, oh my god. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, I couldn't make it seem like I didn't want to take him, because then he was like, what's up, right? So I didn't want him to suspect anything. So I was like, okay, let's go get a haircut. So I take him to go get a haircut, and I'm just there, and I'm texting my friends like, girl, like, I'm just waiting. And then I'm driving because I picked him up and he decided I'm gonna drive. So I was driving to the house, it's not that far, and my phone, I had it on the little cup holders, and I had text messages with my friends from the day before when I found out I was pregnant. He gets my phone and he starts like, because I had the music on, so he got it and I was like, please, baby Jesus, please don't let him go through my text messages, because if he sees, it's gonna ruin everything. Like, please don't let him see anything, don't let anybody text me anything, like, just no. So he got distracted and I got my phone, I put it in my bag, in my purse, which is also a big mistake, and you will know why in a little bit. So I put it in my purse and I was like, oh, okay. Usually he goes straight upstairs because the door is right next to the stairs. So usually he just goes upstairs, drops his stuff off, then he comes downstairs, right? Well, this time he went just straight past the freaking box with the balloons and the baby stuff and goes and sits in the freaking couch, like over here, right? And I'm just like, oof, how could you not seen it? There's balloons. And he was just kind of like, what? And he saw the box. I was like, babe, don't you want to like open that? And he's like, what is it? And I was like, I don't know, I bought you some shoes. He's like, you bought me shoes? I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy you some $400 shoes. But he thought I did because of the shoebox. So he kept looking at it and I was like, just go open it. And he didn't know anything, like he did not expect this. It was unexpected to both of us. And that's what, like, I guess the beauty of it is that we didn't expect it. And it was such a beautiful surprise. And so he goes and okay, this is where the phone mistake comes from. I didn't get my phone out. I should have gotten it out to record him, but I didn't. I was so excited and I forgot. So my phone was in my purse, so I didn't have it with me. If I would have had it in my pocket, then I would have recorded it. But it didn't even go through my head at that moment. And I was like, open it. So he goes and he opens the box. Then he opens the gift box. And I had wrapped it with tissue paper. And he opens it and he was like, he just looks at me like, what? Like, for real? And like, I wish I had his reaction on video. He was just so excited. His eyes lit up and he was just like, you're lying. I was like, no, for real. For real. Like, yes. And he hugs me and we were just like so excited. And so we were just super excited. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm getting emotional. But we were just super excited and he hugged me and we were jumping around for a little bit and we were freaking out. And he was just like, what? Is this what you weren't telling me? And I was like, yeah. And I couldn't go to Walmart to buy like a little onesie because you would have figured it out. And it was just like so much. And he's like, wow, like I didn't expect this. And I was like, yeah. And he was so excited and it was awesome. And then my parents were coming down the weekend, but my husband wasn't going to be here. So we decided to FaceTime them. And I will put a picture of the FaceTime because my parents did like the funniest face. We called his mom first, I think. We called his mom because I was waiting for my dad to go home to eat. So we called his mom and we told her and she was super excited because it's my husband's first baby. It's our first baby. So she was super excited and we, then at lunchtime we called my parents and I was making sure they were both home and I FaceTimed them and they were like, I told them that we need to ask them something, like I lied to them. And then all of a sudden, like I was talking to them and then I moved to where the box that I had given my husband, I flipped the camera and I will put the picture right here of my mom freaking out. But I just flipped it and they were like, what? They didn't believe it. It was crazy. Like, it was so exciting and so just awesome. I can't stop saying how awesome it was. And yeah, that was February 28th when we told my husband and when I told my husband and we told our parents. And I think that same day in the afternoon, I told my close family, like my mom's sisters and brothers and my dad's and my husband's brothers and sisters. So that's pretty much the only people that knew up until March 13th, 2017. We were 5 weeks pregnant and we had our first ultrasound. and it was way too early. We went to the ultrasound just because I felt like an ultrasound would tell us where we were at. And we were only 5 weeks pregnant. It was a little blob. I will put a picture here. I have the little ultrasound picture. And they told me I was 5 weeks. I thought I was 6, but I was 5 weeks pregnant. And days after, like the day after the ultrasound, we decided to announce it. A lot of people say don't announce it till after the 3 months, but we were way too excited. And I mean, if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So we were just like, you know, we're leaving it in God's hands, and we're just gonna announce it because we're so excited. So we took a picture, and I will put the picture here also. I haven't posted it on my social media anywhere besides my personal Facebook when I announced it to my family, and we just took a little picture with the ultrasound and the test, and we told everybody on our Facebook. so that was super exciting, telling everyone else, and it's just an amazing experience. So yeah, that was how I told my husband and how we found out we were pregnant. So hopefully I'll be able to be posting these videos a lot more. I need to decide what background I'm gonna do first, so I'm gonna figure out my background first, but I will be uploading this video. So if you are watching this, it's already up and you already watched it. And if you are still watching, thank you so much for watching. Then you guys are awesome. But I'm sorry that the video was so long. It's just a lot to like talk to you about. I could have split it up in 2 different videos, but it wouldn't have been the same. So let me know in the comments what type of video, like what other topic you want me to talk about like next. I'm not sure what other stuff I can talk about since I don't have any symptoms. I feel so weird because I don't have any symptoms. On all the other like pregnancy vlogs I've watched, girls are like 10 weeks and talk about their symptoms, and they're like 11 weeks symptoms, 12 weeks, and I don't have any symptoms. So I'm just like, what do I talk about? So I don't know what to talk about, but yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, and if you guys like these videos, because I know I'm starting from scratch with this channel and it's gonna be kind of hard for me because but I am excited for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and yeah, just make sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed down below, and I'm gonna go watch TV and probably drink my water because I have like a big cup of water here with ice and it's so good. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a great day. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all later.